I mentioned at the beginning of the segment that there are many home sellers in Metro Atlanta who are surprised by the market taking longer than expected to sell the house, and in many cases really genuinely disappointed with how many buyers are coming to see the home. And a lot of people thought, man, I just need to take my house off the market. I just need to give up and get to a better time of year. Jeffrey in Canton is a person who is in that group. He wrote in saying his home is still not sold, even though he feels like it's priced correctly. And it also, he believes, has features that a buyer would like. They got to love them. Jeffrey is thinking about pulling the house off the market and waiting until 2025, and he wants to know if that's a good idea. And I'm going to answer this question very, very simply, and then I'm going to give you the reasons why. And I say no. Now is not a good time to take your house off the market. Starting late October and running through the end of January, you might have less buyers out looking for homes in Metro Atlanta and really all throughout the United States, all throughout the world, honestly, wherever we share the same seasons. You have less home buyers coming through, but a home buyer that looks at a home in November around Thanksgiving, October around Halloween, December around Christmas for those who celebrate Christmas, and in January with all the New Year stuff going on, they're different than your normal home buyer prancing through your home at other times of the year. People that look in October, late October, November, December, January, they are typically serious, meaning they're not looking for a home so that they can move for a reason of convenience in most cases, because I'm going to be honest with you, the day after Thanksgiving, I would have zero interest in going out and looking at homes just for fun. I would go look at them, but it would be because I have urgency and motivation to buy a home quickly. So it's interesting. People say, well, prices really dip off in certain times of the year. And that's true, but it's more earlier in the year than it is at the very end of the year. In December, in Metro Atlanta over the years, you would expect December to have 1/12 of the closings for the year. And the reality is it almost always has more than 1/12 of the closings for the year. So December is generally higher than average. November's a little lower, October's a little lower, January is a little lower, February can be a little lower, but in December there are a lot of closings, more than 1/12 of the closings for the year. So even though the number of buyers are less, every buyer who walks through your house is generally more motivated and more qualified, and meaning like I'm ready to go now. I've got to do something. I've got to be in Atlanta for my job January the 1st. I want to move the week before Christmas. Now that's the kind of buyer you want to have looking at your house. So Jeffrey from Canton is wondering, should I take a house off the market? If you want to miss the couple of months or the 3 months with the most motivated buyers of any time of the year, then yeah, you can do that. But the reality is I would not do that. According to recent data from Altos Research, which is a wonderful research firm in the United States real estate world, the number of withdrawn listings is increasing, which really means more sellers are opting to pull their listings off the market right now. And it isn't unusual for this time of year. It's actually fairly common. But in the housing market, there are seasonal ebbs and flows. Inventory levels go up and down. And right now, inventory levels are slightly up. The amount of buyer traffic is going to be slightly down. But that can be an advantage. Now, if you're going through the holidays, my suggestion would be not to go overboard for Halloween, not to go overboard for Thanksgiving, not to go overboard for Christmas. Now, setting up nice Christmas decorations that create a wonderful ambiance, you can certainly do that, but you don't want it to look like your house upchucked Christmas decorations all over the place. And honestly, remember, nobody really cares about your personal things around Christmas or Thanksgiving or any other time of the year. When they come in your house, they want to picture themselves and their stuff in your house, not yours. So if you're one of those sellers who is thinking maybe it is time for me to withdraw my listing, I would say think again. And if you wanted to go through the holiday season, and I know there's a little more inconvenience when your house is listed during the holidays, I totally get that. But if you need to sell your house, you want to sell your house, and you've got some urgency, don't take it off the market right now. It's just not going to work out well for you in the long run.